Hello, y'all.
Whoop, whoop. Hi,
Hello,
Robert.
Robert.
Hi, Fluffies.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Mhm.
How's everybody?
Just realized
I was
just
not
logged in.
ready.
No.
I definitely wasn't ready to start. I was just joot and jabberjaw on it, and then looked, and it was like 30 seconds left. I was like, oh, fuck. I wasn't ready.
We're all nervous.
So, hi. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well,
Hey, Missy.
sort of.
Hey,
When it's
Chrissy.
not raining. Hi, Chrissy.
Yeah,
Hi,
right.
Missy. Ooh, train. Doot, doot. I don't like to toot my own horn, but boop, boop.
It's passing my house. It's going that way.
I do need to plan a trip up there
Got to come and play.
when it's cold.
Oh, when it
I want to
snows,
come up there. Yeah.
we'll go sledding.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll cuddle for
Tubing.
3 hours.
Can we cuddle and drink Fireball?
Yeah.
That's right.
I was trying to
I'm
think
going
what
to go
else
visit
does.
her, and then we're just going to drink Fireball and cuddle
Hi.
naked.
Now,
Hi,
Julie,
Julie.
come do my dishes.
Shitty, my nose was broken last week. What the fuck?
No.
Every time you go to work, Glenn, you get hurt.
Glenn, what do you do for a living?
Same thing as me.
Oh, Glenn, don't get punched in the nose.
He's a 5-0.
Oh, dear.
Hi, Maxine.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
Sorry if I was grumpy, Maxine, this morning. I'm so sorry for your text message, but I got this text in my ear and I was just dozing off to sleep after I got home from work. And she's like, "Are you available for a video call?" I'm like, "Hell no, I'm in my jammies. I'm in bed. It's dark in here."
You're right, Robert. We praise the porcelain god. The morning.
Oh, I don't drink it. No, I don't drink it like that. I sip this shit.
Yeah,
no, I know, but you do.
Who? What?
Robert. Him and his brother. Try arrest drunk guy, and I didn't move fast enough. Glenn.
Oh, sorry.
I know we're getting old, but you got to keep up with your, Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I don't want to hear shit, Robert.
Too
Whatever.
old for it. That was like, so we did all of the trainings. We were doing like helping out with trainings all week. So I had like fingerprint bruises all over, like, because like they were working on lifts and carries and then tourniquet placement. And at one point they put the tourniquet on for real. And I said, "I am the Lindbergh baby." Because he put it on the right way. Yeah.
Well, being a cop, we have to work on our reflexes, Glenn. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, when you're going to go get a tattoo and you try not to injure where you're going to get tattooed. And here's one, and here's one. And then there's another one. It's whiskey. Whiskey scratching the fuck out of me.
Whiskey. I think all my bruises are healed now.
Well, I have the one under here where he's not going to be working, but I've got this one on the top and this one because he's doing all of this. So I've got to get this healed now before Wednesday.
Damn simunition. It was fun.
And happy anniversary, Maxine. Yes.
Happy anniversary, Maxine.
It's happy anniversary. Everybody.
Robert still
celebrate. Whatever.
All right.
So anyway,
what are we talking, pray tell?
We are going to be talking about some stuff that I learned. So I watch documentaries a lot. And I watched the show The Unexplained with William Shatner. Now, if y'all don't watch it, y'all can. It's on Netflix. Last night, I come across this episode, and I just found it fascinating. And I couldn't get enough. And then there's my brother. Hello, Wheezy.
Hello, Wheezy.
He comes in calling me hooker. See, that's how you know he's my brother.
What up?
What up, hooker?
That's like TJ Hooker.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be talking about some really weird mummies,
Mummy shit.
mummification tonight.
Yes.
So I recommend the Unexplained with William Shatner. They cover all kinds of shit, like the
yeah, they do.
aliens. They cover all kinds of stuff, and I really like watching it. But last night I could. Okay,
right.
So y'all know that they found King Tut's tomb by accident. Do y'all know how they found it?
How did? Pray tell.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
In Valley of the Kings, Egypt, on November 4th, 1922, there was a kid riding his donkey on his way home, back to go home from school.
Okay.
And they fell in a hole.
Oh,
It ended up being stairs to go down into this underground fucking chamber.
No.
So they went and they called the people and the ground people. And they found this room and it had all this money and gold and artifacts. There was over 3,000 or 5,000 artifacts down there with gold, money. And then they kept going in there and they found the tomb. And the tomb was with precious stones and gold.
That was in 1922.
Yes. Ride that donkey. Shut up.
Ride your ass.
That donkey. Anyway, I know a couple of donkeys that I got rid of.
Couple jackasses,
Anyway.
This 9-year-old kid has this big, huge tomb.
Oh, I don't know how old he was.
He was 9.
Was he? Did you read that?
I got you back.
Oh.
I got you back.
Okay.
I did a little studying. I crammed. So I called her 2 hours ago and I said, what are we talking about? So then I had to cram, which is how I got through some of my college classes. I'm getting an A tonight, damn it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, I didn't know how old he was. Anyway, so they didn't know it was King Tut at the time until they opened it. And he was in 9. It had been there more than 3,000 years.
Yep.
Didn't know it was there. He was, where did I write it? They broke the seal. It was encased in 9 protective layers.
Yep. Yeah. And he's one of the ones where he's got a mummy curse. Because the guy.
I was going to talk about it.
Yeah,
yes.
Talk about it. That's a cool one.
Yes. So, okay. The excavation who broke the seal so all this group of the excavation people started having fucked up things happen to them. And the day that they opened the tomb or his coffin, he was at home and heard his pet canary screaming in the cage. And he went in there and the bird was being attacked inside the cage by a king cobra. How the fucking king cobra got inside this cage is beyond me. The cobra is a symbol of the pharaoh and a canary is symbolism.
That's cool.
After that, another team member gets a mosquito bite.
That was a financier.
On site. Yep. A few days later, he accidentally nicks the bite with his razor while he was shaving. And he gets infected and it leads to blood poisoning and he died. A radiologist comes to the site to x-ray King Tut's body and then gets a mysterious illness that can't be treated and it kills him.
Hey, Uncle
there
Jimmy.
was 7 members total.
Yep.
From that team that died.
Yeah.
Shortly after it was.
If they would have just left things alone, maybe they'd be alive today. Or no. They still would have died, but maybe not so soon.
Well, they were talking about it's supposed to be a curse, though, like a 9 people curse or something, but we only know of 7.
Yeah. Well, the bird
You
is
don't-
8.
Oh. were they counting the bird?
I will. I don't want to find another
Oh.
dead body. That's yeah.
Oh, it's okay, Uncle Junior. Trust me, I get it.
We love you, Uncle Junior.
Hi, Terry. So anyway, that I never knew about the curse until last night. That's why it caught my attention. I was like, really?
Wow. That's
So that's what they were saying. Was it a coincidence? Or was it the deadly curse, this supposedly deadly curse that was triggered when they opened? Hey, Virginia, how you doing?
Hey, Virginia.
She's my neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
She's like right down the street.
Cool.
Okay, Wilbur's sign.
Yeah.
She's the one that had Wilbur's sign made.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now, in Indonesia, is there more? Do you have any more about the
Nothing about King Tut.
Okay, yeah, that's all I have about King Tut and the curse, like I did. Okay, so I don't know if y'all knew about the curse. I know you did. Me too, girl. And you haven't seen it, girl. I have my ring. Where's my camera? And I've got Wilbur's name. Hold on, Wilbur's the blue. Wilbur and his birthstone, and then I have Cash and his birthstone there too. I have.
That's
their
good that
names.
you didn't turn your fingers up like this and show it. He's on your middle.
I'll turn it up like this and show you. So
There you go. That's for me. Love it.
Could King Tut be a victim because could have got a protective seal broken or something? Could he be considered one of the 9? Because we only know the 7.
Right, the 7 and then the bird and then him.
That could be the 9.
And he was only 9.
No, that was the kid that found King Tut.
No, King Tut was only 9.
Was he really?
He was a kid.
Oh,
so-
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the kid riding his donkey. Oh.
No.
I am a lady.
She is a lady, Virginia, but
Sometimes.
I've also seen another side of her. She's sometimes scary. you don't see it because you're a neighbor, but
Anywho.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so in Indonesia, every 3 years, all the people in this place come together to celebrate their lost loved ones. Okay. That wasn't the surprising part.
Good, because I didn't react yet.
Okay, so they get together, but they celebrate their lost loved ones by taking them out of their coffins and sitting them at the table and putting glasses and doing their hair and putting them in clothes and eating with them.
What if they fall apart?
They feel that their spirit is still with their bodies, so they are still present, is basically what.
It's getting very deep.
Right?
Did they make the mouth?
Remind me who TDS is.
I don't know. TDS, who are you?
I just get initials. I can't remember who everybody is. Get your waders on.
Get your waders on.
Yeah, it's the next one that gets me. It's the next one that gets me.
Pray tell us more.
Okay, so that was in Indonesia that they have this big party and they drink and they dance and they will literally hold the skeleton and dance with them. Oh.
Turner Brothers. Get out of here.
Oh, TDS. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking it had your name there, and then now it says TDS.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. It's Wheezy. Okay. All right.
You don't want to know who else calls her hooker.
This bitch. All right. So also in Indonesia and Japan, this happens. Okay. This really
Okay, go on. Just blurt it out, baby.
So there's people that start mummifying their bodies while they're still alive.
I'm good, Glenn. It's lovely. It's a lovely process to get ready.
It's excruciating from what I understand, and it's a long process from what I understand, because they do this when they get elderly. So there's a temple with a man that mummified himself in a meditative prayer seat for almost 200 years now. They feel that if they do this, they become their own living Buddha, that their family or whomever can
praise or
whatever. Okay, so he was a British monk. He wasn't religious at all, this fella. But he killed 2 people with a samurai sword. And back then, I guess, when you kill people, you're going to be killed.
Right.
So he joined this temple, and he stayed at this temple until old age. And he ended up he turned around his life.
Of course he did.
You've heard about this, Wheezy? He's turned his life around. He started doing all of these wonderful things for people, all that. And he wanted to be remembered and worshiped way into the future. So he started this self-mummification process, also called Sokushin Butsu.
God bless you. You need a Kleenex.
I don't know. I don't know if I said that right. So this was an 8-year process. 8 years.
Okay. Yuck.
Now I'm going to tell you the process.
Oh, great.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to go through the process here.
Just in case any of you, is getting ready.
Yeah. In case y'all want to do this.
Yes.
There. I mean, as of today, it's been banned.
Oh,
but y'all didn't hear it from me.
Okay.
So they were required a specific process, which is very unpleasant. They must gradually decrease the food they intake daily, and replace that. They have to start replacing the food they're not taking in with natural preservative things.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a pine bark and a pine resin that you have to use the sap in your tea.
Okay.
There's also sap from a lacquer tree. Lacquer.
Liqueur.
Lacquer.
Oh, lacquer. Damn.
That's Li.
Oh, shoot. I was all excited for a minute. Okay, keep going.
This is lacquer.
Lacquer.
A lacquer tree. So you have to take the sap from the pine bark and the lacquer tree, and then you put it in the tea. Okay. Now, you have to start drinking this. It's considered extremely toxic, and it lacquers your body from the inside out. It removes all the moisture from your organs.
Okay.
And it presents the start of natural embalming faculties.
Oh, nice. Okay. Kind of, getting everything started. That's good. It's thoughtful. Yeah. Keep going.
Once they finish this diet, they're supposed to look a certain way to know that you've lost enough weight.
Okay.
Basically, you're a skeleton with some skin draped over you.
Okay. So it's a good diet. Keep going.
Yeah. So you go on this diet. Now, once you finish the diet, you're placed into a pine box. I'm sorry, into a box made of pine wood, and you're
Okay.
buried underground with a bell.
Okay.
Once the bell stops ringing, the other monks know that he has expired.
Isn't that nice? Because they're down there going, let me out. I'm sorry.
Still here. Nope, didn't ring today. I'm dead now.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, there you go, Julie. There you go, Julie. So after he's been passed, after he's deceased, they'll go dig him up like a month or so later. And they have to inspect his body to make sure there's no decay, so his spirit will remain pure.
Nay, nay.
He's then placed in his seated meditation position,
Okay.
dressed up in his Buddhist clothing, whatever the fuck you're going to wear for the rest of your life.
Right.
And you basically sit there and for the rest of your life in that position.
So, on a side note, I have heard that funeral people have to use less embalming fluid for us than they did for people in the past, because there's a lot of formaldehyde in a lot of things that we use on a daily basis. Just saying. So we're doing. Isn't that sad?
So no, it's not assisted.
Well, we don't have to kill
suicide.
ourselves.
It's just they are choosing to do their own. They're choosing a very long and painful suicide is what they're doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
There was a ceremony where the offspring of the elder would take them to the mountain to be eaten. This was a thing because they thought old people were a waste of space. Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
If you bury them, how are they taking up space? I don't understand. If you're gonna bury them, how are they taking up space? So you got to take them to the top of a fucking mountain and let them get eaten by what? All the animals?
Or the people themselves.
Do the people eat him?
I don't know.
And I've always said I'm not a people eater. Okay. These are alive old people. They take the old people while they're still alive and
yeah, instead of doing euthanasia, they this is their form of euthanasia. Because God forbid people grow to be
they
old.
eat them alive?
Well, I don't think they eat them. They probably have the animals eat them. Oh, that's bad. I don't like that.
No. How do I keep fucking finding these people with some fucked up shit?
You're just lucky, I guess.
No.
No. Nay, nay.
The animals eat them. They'll
Oh,
let nature
okay.
take its course. Well,
That's
it
not
was
nature.
nice to know you, Grandma, but we got to go to the top of the mountain today. So
Yeah,
you can
we're
get
done
eaten
with
by
you,
a
Grandma.
wolf.
Bob, it's not the circle of life. You're getting old enough
That
there
is not
too.
the circle of life. No, sir, Bob.
Robert. How are you, darling?
No, that is not the circle of life. Okay. Tut died at 19, not 9, which is his age
Oh, was it
when
19? Wait a minute.
his dad died and he was crowned king. He ruled for
okay.
around 9 years, according to National Geographic. Okay. Animals
stand
eat
corrected.
anything that's dead. Well, apparently they'll eat anything that's alive too. Population control. Oh God.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Robert. Logan's Run.
Shit. What? Logan. Oh. Hey, Matt. I'd go good with ketchup.
I need some fava beans and a little Chianti.
So we switched it up a little. We switched it up tonight, Matt. We didn't do name that tune. We're going to do name that tune tomorrow night. We decided to do this crazy fucked up mummy stuff tonight. You would be salty, Bob. Why do I don't find that hard to believe?
I'm so surprised, Bob.
Right? Bob is salty.
Bob is salty.
I should put that in my merch. I'm salty.
Bob is salty.
No, just I'm salty. Okay. So in St. Louis, Missouri, this one is kind of fucked up.
Okay.
There was a mummy on display in St. Louis, Missouri, none other than the apparent John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth was the man who assassinated Abraham Lincoln, in case y'all didn't know that. How it's easy for people to follow like sheep. Look at these old stories. Yeah, I know. Okay, so according to the U.S. government, he was killed and buried in 1865. So after he shot Abe Lincoln, Booth fled to Virginia. He was hidden in a barn where he was found, and he was supposedly shot and killed.
Okay.
Then they set the barn on fire. And then apparently they got the body out of the barn and said it was John Wilkes Booth. And the family took the body and buried it in the family plot.
Okay.
Okay. So 12 years later, there was a man named John showed up, and he was very ill. Became friends with this man. He was told that he was really John Wilkes Booth, and he thought they were hallucinating. The doctor, I guess, thought this man was hallucinating. He recovered, and then he hauled ass and skipped town. Well, they ended up remaining friends. He just didn't know. So years later in Oklahoma, a guy named David George said he had enough and couldn't hide anything anymore, and said he was tired of running, and confessed to everything and that he had done, and then hung himself. But in the note, I guess it said to contact this guy. Mr. Bates was the doctor he became friends with.
Okay.
So they did. He came. He confirmed it was John Wilkes Booth. They embalmed the body and originally placed it in a store window, holding a newspaper as a prank. So they eventually took it out of the store window, and it was on display at this temple something.
Okay.
So it was later found that the man they thought was killed in the barn had bright red hair, and it wasn't him, per a female that was in the barn before they set it on fire.
Oh.
So he initially got past them and fled.
It's a conspiracy theory.
So that's how they ended up not. And I couldn't find when, but all of a sudden the mummy was moved and has never been found since. So they took his mummy and it's missing. It's still missing.
They had to hide the evidence if it really was John Wilkes Booth. Then it's
I don't
a
know. I know
conspiracy.
the family tried to have
that's right.
No, this was John Wilkes Booth. So the family that had the body buried in the family plot petitioned to try to have the body exhumed so they could do a DNA test.
Yeah.
But they would not let them exhume the body.
Of course not.
So they were never able to do the DNA test to confirm or deny if that was or was not. The mystery of the missing mummy. Right. What's up? But yeah, so there's a missing mummy of John Wilkes Booth out there, in case y'all didn't know that.
So if you see it, call 911.
Call
Don't touch it.
911. And yeah, it still has this mustache and every fucking thing on it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Why buy something that you need exercise? That's a joke for Family Guy.
I know.
Did y'all know any of that or?
I did not.
No? Yeah, I
No.
didn't know any of that. I mean, DNA now, they should be able to test people to see. Right. And that's why they tried to exhume the body that they thought was John Wilkes Booth after the fire. Well, I wouldn't know what to do. Like if they called me and said, this is a mummy that we think was missing, I would just have to start calling people to find out.
Who's
what to do
mummy?
with
Your
it.
mummy? Not my mummy. What do you mean your mummy has a mustache? What the heck?
Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, he's call the coroner. Yeah, but you would still have to make your phone calls. Like I would have to, who would I call to say, hey, I think your mummy was found.
Yeah.
It's John Wilkes Booth. Come and get it.
But if you find it, break the finger off so that you can then do the DNA testing. Or
I don't even know. I don't even remember if they said that what he died of. DNA has apparently found that Tut died of. Can
Malaria.
DNA tell what they died from?
No.
I thought DNA was to find out who you belong to or who you're kin to.
Right. They would have to do an autopsy to find out what he died of. That's not testing the DNA, is it?
I don't know. It says DNA has apparently found that Tut died of malaria. I just read that. I don't see how DNA can tell you what they died from. That's not what DNA does. That's not what DNA is. It doesn't tell you what they were sick from. DNA tells you like who people. DNA is part of most suspicious autopsies today. I get that, but DNA isn't what tells you what was wrong with them when they were. I mean, I could be wrong. So, are you Googling that now?
I'm looking up, yeah, a molecular autopsy or postmortem genetic testing can provide another opportunity to identify or confirm the cause of death. But that's not DNA, that's molecular autopsy.
She says in bio class, she learned that sometimes disease can manipulate he.
Oh, okay.
Genes in DNA.
Right. Like,
some sequences have on. I didn't know that.
Huh. That's interesting.
Okay. My bad. I
I'm
wasn't
not calling
aware of
you a
that.
liar,
That
Rob.
was my mistake.
Sorry, me, Blake. We're just
Love you too, Wheezy.
good night, Weezy. He doesn't
Kiss
love
the
me.
wifey. He loves you. He just never
He doesn't love me. He just doesn't love you, sis.
Kiss the
He
wifey
doesn't love you, friend.
for me.
You hurt me deeply. You cut deep, Weezy. Not feeling the love.
So, okay.
Yes.
All right. So now in Germany, God,
Oh,
these
dear.
people are in fucked up countries and fucked up religions. And I don't. Okay.
Keep going.
In a cathedral, they have these they have the bodies of the 3 wise men that visited Jesus.
Cool.
They're mummies there, in case anybody wanted to go see them.
They're not mummies. They're just incorrupted bodies.
At another cathedral, they also have the mummy of Saint Bernadette.
It's not a mummy. It's an incorrupted body.
The Saint Bernadette?
Yeah, it's not a mummy.
Oh. Oh, well, whatever the fuck it is, they've got her body there.
Yep.
Okay, so Saint Bernadette she claims to have seen the Virgin Mary 18 times. She was born in 1844, and this started when she was 14 years old. The spring where she has seen the Virgin Mary is now a place of healing for people to go to, and they go there and get the water and it's apparently this magical holy water there.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay, so she died in 1879 of tuberculosis.
Okay.
They made her a saint because they felt that she was very believable, and they went ahead and made her a saint. So they removed her body from the current tomb it was in, and they relocated her, and she still was perfectly preserved. Now, I don't know how long after. I don't know how much time had went by after they decided to move her from one spot to another.
Yeah, I forget that.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, apparently to this day, she looks as youthful as when she died. And many believe she remained this way because of her Virgin Mary visions.
Yep.
So I mean, what do y'all think? I don't know.
So there are 250 bodies of Catholic saints that are incorrupted.
Okay.
And they're throughout the world. The first one, Saint Cecilia, she died in 177 AD. And her body, when they dug her up in 1599, her body was totally perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. So in her story,
so how was she? Oh yeah, I was.
So she vowed and pledged herself to God. She wanted to stay a virgin. She was from a very rich family. So of course she was betrothed to this guy Valerian. And then so on their wedding night, she told him, she said, I vowed myself to God. I can't give myself to you. And I have an angel here next to me. So he says, well, I don't see an angel. And she says, well, if you go and you convert, then when you come back, you'll see him. And supposedly he went and he converted to the faith. And then he came back and he saw the angel guarding her. And then, so he and his brother, and then his brother also converted. And then he and his brother went out and started like professing faith and whatnot. And so did she. And then the two men were put to death, and then she was put to death. And so they at first they were going to put her to death by suffocating her, like by fire in a bath. So they had all the fire for like 24 hours. He had the fires heaped up, and they were stoking the fires, and she was perfectly fine. So then he said, well, she's not dying from this. So he was going to have her head cut off, and they struck her 3 times with an axe and almost had her whole head decapitated, but she stayed alive for 3 days preaching.
Wow.
Yeah, just laying there. And then she died after the 3rd day. Yep. So there's a bunch of stories like that. But
So
her body
now
is on display. I can't remember where her body is on display.
is hers in a glass box also? Because Saint Bernadette is in a glass box, and apparently there's several.
Yeah.
In a glass box that you can see that's totally hasn't aged a day.
They're just cool stories.
It is very cool stories.
Especially and then when you get to go and look at it, there's a bunch in France. There's a bunch, they're all over Europe.
Yeah. Well, that was Germany.
Cool.
Now in Russia. Okay. In 1924, they were paying respects to a man that had done wonderful things for their country. It was his funeral. His name was Vladimir something. His last name was like this long, and I couldn't fucking pronounce it. So it was Vladimir something. They decided to make him a symbolism instead of burying him. Scientists came up with a way to preserve him for eternity, and he is still not decayed and is still youthful. Slightly covered his body with a wax substance, and they give him a tune-up every couple years. That's what they called it, is a tune-up. They go and they just check all the make sure and the wax, and
Cool.
it's just the parts that you see. It's crazy. But he is in a see-through tomb with where no air can circulate through it. So because that would, with the wax or something that they have on his whatever, they can't have any air or anything. Yeah. I guess also in Russia, there was a man that lived with his mom. I kind of rushed through this one because I was like late getting off work. So I was trying to just write it real quick so I could get the hell out of there. He was living with his mom and was fascinated. He always was fascinated with cemeteries growing up.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay, Justin. It's okay. You're here now. That's what matters.
Justin.
So all growing up, he was just fascinated with cemeteries. He always went to cemeteries. He always, and it was, I don't know, they never thought anything of it. So his mom thought he was making dolls and was just putting them all around the house. Like she thought that he was making them. Come to find out, he was digging them up, all these little girls from the cemetery, and mummifying them, and was putting them all around his house. And he believes that as long as you keep them out, the spirit will keep them alive. They called him Lord of the Mummies, was his nickname. He would spray them with perfume to make them smell better. Anyway, he was arrested, and he said he felt the dead could talk to him. And he would talk to them. He would sit there and eat with them. He would have drinks with them. He would dress them up in clothes and do their hair. And yeah. And the mom thought they were dolls.
Oh my gosh, that's freaky.
But they were real people he was digging up.
Sandy, you can find out at which they do have some of the saints in glass caskets. And they are underneath the altars at the Roman Catholic churches.
Yeah. And okay. So while I was learning all about this stuff, they have pictures of them. Like they have pictures of all this, but I can't take pictures and put them all up here and stuff. So you guys can Google anything I ever talk about on here. You guys can Google it.
Yeah.
But that's all I had.
That's cool. So I was looking up. Okay, so facts about mummies.
Okay.
So it's a complex process.
Yeah.
You know, they take a thing like a crochet needle and they shove it up their nose and they get the brain out.
What?
Yep. And then they remove the organs and put them in jars. And then they wrap the bodies up. And then they bury the bodies with the organs in the special jars. So that
they bury it with them?
Yeah. So they have their organs then for the afterlife. So, and then the commoners, like they would use special cloths for the royalty, but then the commoners also would mummify themselves or mummify their dead with like newspapers, house papers. So they have found mummies where they've taken the layers of they weren't wrapped in cloth, they were wrapped in newspaper, and they were able to like read like texts like from Bible text or family like grocery lists, papyrus, so that was kind of cool. They also found one mummy that had, it was from like 600 BC, and he was missing a toe, but he had a prosthetic toe.
Okay.
And then so now somebody took made it similar to that, and they've tried it on people who are missing a toe and have Egyptians sandals too, and they say that it feels like their toe, like it works perfectly, like the prosthetic is comfortable, and so it's like an old version of a prosthetic that they can use now. They use CT scans to look at the bodies now, and they can see like Ramses the third was one of the last kings, and he had a
I
lot
did read something like that.
For Ramses the second or Ramses the third.
Oh, I don't know exactly who it was. I think
Okay.
it was, they were doing something and they put him in a scan machine, and they could hear what his voice would have sounded like.
Oh,
They have
really?
this thing. Yeah. I don't know what university this was at. I don't remember. Like I said, I was
Okay.
trying to get the hell out of work. I'm telling you, you guys can go watch this episode. It tells everything in probably even more detail. It's The Unexplained with William Shatner. I just don't know which episode number. This all what I had was on here. It tells you all about it. But the university, they put this mummy in this like MRI machine that you would go in, like around, and you could hear like his voice box, like what he would have sounded like.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so Ramses the third, I think, was the last of the Egyptian kings that, and there was some controversial stuff going on politically. So when he was dead, like they said that he died of natural causes or heart stuff, or I forget what they said that he died from, but his neck was wrapped around with a cloth that, like, it was weird how he had this cloth. So when they recently did the CT scan, they found that his neck was slit, like, so he was murdered.
Right.
Basically. And then there's they also found this screaming mummy where he's mummified like this, which is, when they mummify people, they're so the screaming mummy, they say that they died of a violent death. So this one screaming mummy they found in 1880, and it turns out that they did a DNA test of the screaming mummy and they did a DNA test of Ramses III, and it turns out they are related. So they think that the screaming mummy was his son, who was a part of there were conspirators and that were put to death. And he was one of them, and he had to kill himself. He was ordered to kill himself, so he had to hang himself. And that's why he's like a screaming mummy, because his mouth was like open, I guess. I don't, but yeah. And that
you would think they would
close his mouth.
You would think they would change his facial expression.
But they wanted him to be an example. He was not royalty. He was not he was mummified to prove that if you this is what happens when you do something wrong, you die a bad death. And they wrapped him in goat skin.
Was Ramses III the brother of Moses?
I don't think that's the same Ramses III. Wait a minute.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of them. You know, to this day, do you know, I still don't think they have ever found Cleopatra.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I wish they could find Cleopatra because I'm fascinated by her. This
So
is what
Ramses
happens
the
when you
Third-
don't pass math class. That's right.
Haha. His reign
Okay.
was from 1186 to 1155 BC.
Okay.
So it's not the same. Like Moses was
Okay.
way before that, I think.
Okay. Huh.
Mrs. Moses. I'm looking up that one.
I mean,
too.
I wonder if they could be long lost.
That's what. Well,
Kin.
in the Moses story, has a Egyptian brother named Ramses. So let me.
Oh, okay.
That's why she's asking.
There was another
Yeah.
documentary I saw on Netflix, and I can't think of the name of what the documentary was, but it was I don't know what fascinates me about finding these tombs and how they wrote in the stone, you know, with the animals and you know what I'm talking about, how they would write all those and do all the artwork and shit.
Yeah.
And they had found this underground thing, and they found all these, and they brought these specialist people in, and they was reading this stuff, and you read it backwards. Actually, it goes backwards. Egyptian or whatever that is that they're reading, it goes backwards. So they knew who they were looking for, the wife, the 3 kids, and they found all of them. The whole family was there.
Yeah.
I love documentaries and it's just with those and the tombs and everything fascinates me.
Well, but then, so they would mummify like crocodiles. They would mummify like gazelles.
Cats.
They would mummify cats. The animals were very, very important.
Yes. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of cats mummified. The cat, if they would find cats buried with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They would find mummies with tattoos on them. So you could be
Really?
a very beautiful mummy. There was one mummy that she had 30 tattoos on her.
No shit.
Yeah, 7 women were found with tattoos. One of them had 30 like tattoos on them. And then there were 6 others like before that. Yeah. Like
I would really like it if they could find Cleopatra.
I know, wouldn't that be cool?
I would love for them to find her. That's who they're looking for. They constantly look for Cleopatra and still have not found her.
Well, and it might turn out there was a queen. What was her name with it? Hatshepsut.
Who?
Hatshepsut. She was a queen, a monarch. And I know I can't.
I thought you said Hatshepsut.
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 She was a female monarch, very powerful monarch, but she wasn't like, they opened up her tomb and they looked, and there were 2 caskets. One was supposed to be hers and one was supposed to be her father's, and they were both empty. And then later on, they found in another part of the tomb, I think they found the wet nurse's coffin, and the body that was in the wet nurse's coffin was the monarch. They found out after like doing DNA testing, it happened to be her body. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know if they think like they didn't want her like grave robbers to like desecrate her body, so they hid her in the wet nurse. I don't know.
I've seen the movie though. I saw it was like a movie they put together. It was Cleopatra when she married the first one, her first husband, and
Good old Fred. I don't know.
Who?
Fred. I don't know. We're gonna call him Fred.
His fucking name. The first husband, and she had twins with him, And
Okay.
then she married Mark Antony, the second husband who she was dying with. She was supposed to be dying with Mark Antony.
Yeah.
That was the love of her life but oh God, who was it that Cleopatra was married to?
I'm
Yes, Julius Caesar. That's
yeah,
the one. Yes.
him. At two
Yes,
birthday.
him. Yes.
At two.
So I don't think they ever found Julius Caesar either.
I don't know. And then they found that there were mummies in Chile from the year 7020 BC, and that was before the Egyptians. So the Egyptians weren't the ones that came up with the mummification process.
No shit.
Or so I've heard. I'm just saying.
No, I'm laughing at Fluffies when my cat dies. Maybe ask the mortician.
Oh, my daughter wanted to mummify our dog. Like, no, we're not going to do
When
that.
I die, though, well, I'd probably be cremated. But
Mark Anthony was the twins' dad.
Oh, was it? I got him backwards then.
So
Okay, my bad. I was
Which
thinking
one?
Julius Caesar was the twins.
which queen killed, was it King Tut that was bit by
I
a
don't know.
serpent?
Oh, No, I thought that they originally had said that Cleopatra was bitten by a king cobra.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Right, but it ended up not being that way. It didn't end up being
They
that way.
lied?
Well, from what the thing I watched,
You mean in politics they lie?
they basically so they went into war and they were losing the war and they were going to be killed and they knew it and they basically went into hiding and they basically found them in their hiding spot and all murdered them.
Found you. Hiders pants.
So I got them mixed up. I was thinking it was Julius Caesar that she had the twins with, but maybe I guess that was the second. Anyway, it was fantastic documentary. I just freaking love watching these. I'm going to have to find out the names of these documentaries and tell you guys and let you guys watch them for yourself. They're fantastic. I love them. I love Netflix.
You're in Rome. Boss.
Yeah, Julius Caesar. Okay. But he was murdered by somebody
His
else.
men, Brutus and his men. Wasn't he?
I don't remember. I'd have to watch it
then
again.
Brutus came in and he was fighting a good fight, and then Brutus came in and he's like, "You two, et tu, Brute?" And then he gave up because Brutus broke his heart, and he's like, this is
But
it."
Brutus, it used to be him and Julius Caesar were like
They were very close, and then
they
he
were very
turned on-
close, and then he turned on him, right?
Yeah,
So that's
then-
why.
but-
Okay, so
Julius Caesar was getting beat to death by a group of people that had gone against him, and then Brutus shows up, and Julius Caesar, before he saw Brutus, he was fighting a good fight and trying, you fight to live, and then he saw Brutus and he's like, he gave up.
they think Tut was hit on the head in his sleep.
Oh, that's right, Kaylee, I've heard that.
Did they say that his skull had any? Because they did say that they had the skull of King Tut there. Now, was there any damage to
Robert.
sort of like a bullet hole in it or crack to the skull or damage to, that's, I don't remember hearing about it. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know he was found without damage. See, I'm so behind in the times, but I have a fascination with watching it now.
Will you get back up to the times, man?
Well, Robert says found without damage, but Kelly says yes, a hole in his skull. Okay.
Who is to believe? Let's go to the
Shit.
Google.
Googleese.
We're about to find out.
Tut.
Yeah, they should have a picture of his skull because it was a small skull with I saw the pictures of it last night.
He was an alien.
It does look like an alien, yes.
Bet he was a good swimmer. He looks like His mother, they used the suction cup and then his head didn't go back to the thing. He could have worked on one of the top of those silos. Sorry.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
He's freaking weird. All right, let's see.
I love Egyptian history. Kelly, you should find the one. I need to find out the name of it. You should find the one on Netflix, and it's it's not a series. This one is just like 2.5 hours long. And it's the one I was talking about where they found the whole family and they had the specialist come in and they were reading their names and found out who it was. And then the lady came in, this bone specialist lady. And oh my God, it was amazing.
Cece,
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Don't you know that the Roman Empire was founded in 751 BC?
751 BC is when the Roman Empire was founded.
That's amazing
That's cool.
that he knows that.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. So the fracture to the skull
So there was a fracture
was
on
not
the skull.
caused by an
No.
injury during Tut's lifetime.
Okay.
Scans failed to pin down a cause of death, who was entombed at the age of 19.
Mhm.
Let's see. When they did some x-ray, they found 2 free-floating bone fragments in his skull.
Free floating bone fragments.
So that's where the theories came by that he was murdered, but they're on like more imaging and stuff.
Mhm.
They deemed that it wasn't it was like after death.
And Kelly, that's where the thing was. Valley of the Kings is where they found his tomb.
Yep.
Excuse me. In 1922, the kid riding the donkey fell in the hole.
And
That
down the
ended up-
stairs and
Yep, they fell in the hole. That's crazy. You know how much shit could be underground that none of us know?
yep. We could all fall in the hole and down the stairs.
The one documentary I'm talking about, the family. Okay, so it just looks like a mountain there.
Yeah.
There's houses under there.
Yeah.
It's stone houses where they used to live, and they dug. They dug them. They made them themselves under there with the hallways and the rooms and all that.
Easy for you to say.
People hated this pharaoh. Well, someone went into his tomb and got rid of the carving of the pharaoh face. This means he can never return back to earth.
Guess when people die, they can return back to the earth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That one I'm telling you. And at the end of the documentary, they were scared that they were going to lose their grant money to continue looking unless they find a big find. And then right at the end of this documentary, they found a whole new tomb and a whole new thing. So they got granted they're probably going to be another one coming out because they're still looking for Cleopatra.
That's right. Did you know that Ramses II, they found his body 1880s. He was 90 years old. They think he fathered 100 kids.
What?
He was a very, very,
He was very
busy man.
He was a horny fella.
Yeah.
Not with the same woman, though. I mean, it had to be
I'm
different
sure.
women.
No.
I mean, she'd be a little wore out, I think.
Yeah, just a little. And then, so in 1974, the mummy, he started like kind of deteriorating. So they made him, they gave him a free trip to Paris and for treatment. And then he has an Egyptian passport, and his job listed title is King Deceased. And yeah,
That's weird.
and then when his body arrived in Paris, they gave him like the response was like full military honors response.
Huh.
Like yeah. So that's cool. And then there was 1530 BC. There was a mummified woman, Lady Ray. I guess she was a nursemaid to an Egypt queen. But what's special about her is her mummy, her hair is preserved almost perfectly.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful, like braids, and some of them look like, yeah.
I wish. Okay, so I'm fascinated with like the Viking women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Vikings.
Yes.
How they would braid their hair and do all them.
Yeah.
I wish to God I could do that to my hair. I would rock that shit.
She's going to retire and then rock dreads.
No, I don't like dreads. I definitely don't like dreads. Nope, no.
Kidding.
The braids, yes, not dreads, because the
Oh.
dreads, you don't wash it and it stinks over time. And I just don't like the dreads. It's disgusting.
I know. Well, Fluffy, I don't know. I know, right?
Guess, yeah. Oh, and Sandy. Sandy, I've got your cup ready. I got to go send it out to you this weekend. But I got from the raffle. This is your cup that I got to send to you, and I got your address here.
Congratulations.
So Sandy, I'm going to get this out to you very shortly. I'm just letting you know. I know I'm fucking slacking, but it's here. Yeah.
Who knew the Vikings were French?
I love. Have y'all seen Vikings, the show, the series?
No.
Oh my God. I watched it twice already. I'm so obsessed with that show. And then I've watched all of them. I've watched all of them. And The Seven Kings Must Die, the movie, fantastic movie. I'm fascinated with the Vikings.
She's hooked.
I am. I would have been a shield maiden. Yes.
Vikings.
Yes. Yeah, the new show with Uhtred. Oh God, he's hot. He's hot.
Uhtred.
Ooh, Uhtred. Oh my God. Y'all know, if y'all watch the Viking stuff, y'all know who Uhtred is. And Ragnar. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I gotta look up Uhtred and
Oh
Ragnar.
my goodness.
Okay, let's see. Uhtred. Who names their kid Uhtred? Unless he's Uhtred the third.
You look at that guy who plays Uhtred. Oh dear Lord.
Uhtred.
I don't know how to spell it.
I make him up my own.
Is that what his name is, Kelly?
Alexander Draymond. That's better than Uhtred. Thank you, Kate.
Babinbaugh, yes. God, he's hot.
Alexander.
And the one that played Ragnar, his name was Travis Fimmel. Oh. Holy shit. And shit. I mean, her in Vikings, like, I'd sit there and drool over the chicks. He sings country music. Get out of here. He might have to find his ass singing.
I'm going to have to see images of him as a Viking.
I'll look at that as porno right there. Him singing fucking country music.
Yeehaw!
Even though
I'm a little Viking boy.
He had to wear contacts for the show because he does wear these big nerdy glasses and it's really funny. But Yeah. Mm. That's Uhtred.
Okay, what's the other guy's name?
Ragnar.
Ragnar. Okay, I could see it in this. He was too dressed before.
Yeah.
He looks like he's 12.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need you porn. I just look up him singing a country song.
Oh, okay.
Woohoo!
All right.
You see it?
Oh, yeah, you like things
This is-
good.
This is him
Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And that's what started off the fucking, that was in the beginning of the freaking show.
Okay, Uhtred and Ragnarok.
Ragnar. No, it's not Ragnarok. It's just Ragnar. Ragnar of Lothbrok. Ragnar Lothbrok.
God bless
His
you.
name is Travis Fimmel. He looks like Brad Pitt, basically, but he's got the blue eyes.
It's like a sculpture.
That's Ragnar right there.
He's like 90.
No,
Old man Jenkins.
I think he's 27.
What's wrong with this face?
Yeah, in the water. That is when he drowned the bitch. Yes, it is. He led her on to get out there. You know what? If looking like that, I'd probably follow his ass out there too, and he could drown.
You'd go to
my
the
ass.
water.
I
It's like,
I
pick
would
me.
die happy.
Hey, pick me.
I would die happy. Jesus. I'm done.
I had to wait.
This was three fireball things from
The
the
little-
freezer.
Okay.
It was this glass held exactly 3 of those, and I drank all. Kelly's like, same y'all, same.
Same. I don't know. The picture that I just found of him, his beard's all.
There are times he doesn't look the greatest, but you know what he looks like, and that's just all it takes.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. All right. I can stand behind this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. It's when he looks like this that he's kind of scary. So
Yeah, but he looked like that because it was cold and he was bushy and he was getting ready to fight and was dirty and had been out on the horses for a long time.
if it was cold, there's shrinkage, just so you know.
I don't care. Trust me, it wouldn't be cold for long.
Let's go in the water.
There would be no shrinkage, my friend.
Oh, he's cute. Okay.
I'm just trying to what is her name? What was Ragnar's first wife? Damn it. God, she's
Mrs. Ragnar.
hot.
Mrs.
It was
Ragnar.
oh God, she was so I bawled. I was in tears.
Oh, it's just some.
She died?
I about threw up. I was so upset. She was my favorite.
Mhm.
What was her fucking name?
Right, Ragnar's rack. That's
that's
what
Ragnar
his
can
wife's
have
name-
this rack anytime he wants. Him and Uhtred.
Lagatha?
Lagatha.
Lagatha.
Yes. She's hot. I listen. For a woman that looked like that, I'd be all down for that. I mean, look at her.
She is pretty. She is pretty. She's very striking.
Whew. Yes, it's actually Lagartha, Lagartha, but
Lagertha.
Lagartha, yeah. She was just freaking hot watching her fight them battles. Good God Almighty.
Is this the one where he brought her in the water and drowned her?
No.
No.
Oh no, you don't kill Lagartha.
No.
No.
Oh, so she's still around, but she's not married to.
Oh no,
Ragnar.
no. She ended up okay.
Screw up all the
So
names.
Ragnar was the love of her life. And she had married after okay, so Ragnar was cheating on her and she found out about it and left him and took their son.
Okay.
Who the son ended up being a bigger and badder ass than his dad, Ragnar. Which he wasn't as hot as his dad, but he was badass. I cried when he got killed too. I fucking was bawling. So, okay. So Lagertha was just the baddest bitch around. She was known. Everybody knew her. Everybody respected her. Nobody wanted to fight her. She would fight men and whip their fucking ass with the sword. Like she was just for y'all need to watch Vikings. If y'all have not seen the Vikings, y'all need to watch it.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
You're so pushy.
you will not regret it if you watch it. I've literally watched the whole series twice already.
She keeps
freaking
pausing
love
at
it.
different
I
parts.
will probably watch it again too.
He's in the
one
water.
with Uhtred. Well, no, that's Uhtred.
Oh, Trip.
Yeah, that's a totally different series.
Oh, wait a minute.
Shield, yeah. Yeah, I got irritated with Uhtred because Uhtred's original woman was awesome.
Okay. Okay, so wait a
But
minute.
throughout the series, she turned into a real sea bag.
Uh-huh. So is Shield
No, Vikings is with Ragnar and Lagertha. It's the Last Kingdom with Uhtred. Uhtred is in Last Kingdom. And then the movie Seven Kings Must Die was the continuation of Last Kingdom.
There's too many to think of.
Vikings came first.
Okay. I'm number one. Vikings came first.
Vikings
They landed
came
in
first.
Greenland.
Because when you're watching The Last Kingdom, you will hear all the names from Vikings and go, "Oh, okay, they're continuing from Ragnar and all that." Yeah. I have never seen Skinwalker.
Skinwalker Ranch. Is that another Vikings one?
Is that a porn? Skinwalker. No.
No.
A Skinwalker. I thought a Skinwalker.
This is,
Wait a minute. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Because I thought a
that's a
Skinwalker was
demon.
like paranormal.
yeah.
Anyway, so Vikings came first, and the Vikings was made from the actual writings they found from Vikings, from their diaries or whatever it was, their books that they found. And I'm sure they elaborated and exaggerated.
No,
and made
I'm
it,
sure it's all accurate and correct, but go on.
Oh, that's what I thought. The Skinwalker was paranormal. That's what I thought. Okay. So Vikings had come first, and then the Last Kingdom was the carry-on from Vikings.
Okay.
Is a UFL search. What is a UFL search? UFO. Okay. I don't know what a
Virginia's
UFL.
drinking again.
No, I'm done.
Virginia got into the fireball.
I'm a good girl. I allow myself so much, and then once I hit it, I don't drink anymore. Okay. So anyway, so Last Kingdom comes after Vikings, and then now they made the movie The Seven Kings Must Die, which Uhtred also plays in that.
Okay.
So if you guys are interested in the Vikings, I recommend those, and I recommend them in that order, so that way you can follow along everything.
UHTRED.
The Last Kingdom is also based on a true story of Uhtred. Of yes. But it came. Their time, the years was after the Vikings, so it still came in the order.
Okay.
And
there's more, folks.
well,
This is exciting.
I would love to go there, but it's the fort that Uhtred fought for in Babinbah is still standing, and people can go there and see it. You know, the big forts people can go to. I couldn't tell you where it's at right now, but that is still standing, and I would love to go there.
That's neat.
For some reason, I'm thinking it's in like Ireland or Iceland or
So
somewhere over there.
Vikings were in Greenland, weren't they?
They were everywhere. England, because it showed all the wars they had to do to take over places. And then it was Floki that discovered Iceland and Greenland and named it Iceland and Greenland. And Floki was what my mini cow was named after Floki.
That's your cow. Okay.
Remember, I had a mini cow.
Yes.
His name was Floki after Floki from Vikings.
Wait a minute. You had what? You still have
Oh,
Floki?
No, I got rid of Floki along months and months ago. He went to a 40-acre farm with he's got a little girlfriend and everything now.
I didn't know. I'm so
He's with horses and donkeys and everything. And he needed a friend.
Okay.
So I let him go. He's been gone for months and months and months.
I didn't know.
6, 8 months. Yeah. It is
Right
in the
after
UK.
we left in October. Floki, you're out.
Floki was here in October, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Maybe it was just January or so. It might have been just like January that he went.
Wait a minute. What were you told? Oh,
I know.
Sandy
I
was
hope he's
told that
great.
about her doggy too. Yeah. Yeah, right. He went to a farm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they
No,
all say.
no, I know
He
he was
wouldn't
going.
send him to
I
a
know he
farm.
went to a 40-acre farm though, and he's got all with the donkeys, and he's got another little mini cow girlfriend. So he's probably a daddy now.
United States of
He's
America.
him's got a girlfriend.
I know, and she was all white. She was the gray one.
That was funny, Sandy.
Well, anyway, tonight has been interesting. And I'm still and I'm telling y'all, if you guys watch Vikings, watch them in those orders, and then you'll still hear the names. So yeah.
Right here, guys. Right here. I wrote it down. I'm all ready. I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna pause it on parts.
I will find out the name of those documentaries too, and I'll tell you guys in an upcoming podcast. So if you guys are interested in the Egyptian history, you guys can watch them, because I'm telling you, they're fantastic documentaries.
She's hooked, folks.
I am. I'm totally hooked on these damn Egyptian shit documentaries and Vikings and.
She just likes Captain Kirk.
Well,
William Shatner is just as hot as Uhtred. Damn it, Jim. I'm a captain, not a Viking. But I can play one on TV if you want me to.
So we are going to do tomorrow night. We are going to do Name That Tune by lyrics only.
Who's
We are
playing?
going to. I tried to get all different genres. I tried to make a variety of genres, not just one genre. I tried to get country in there and 80s in there and today. And
I mean,
tried
who's coming on with you, Annie or
nobody. I have nobody.
Aw.
If you'd like to come on tomorrow night, you can.
I'm going to a rodeo.
Ooh, I like rodeos.
My aunt has a rodeo up here. It's called Bucking, Ohio. So we're gonna go watch some bucking horses.
Well,
Bucking
I don't
thing.
even know if Annie's working.
Yeah.
But Bob is the one that named this, Name That Tune.
Bob should come on.
So yeah. I can't remember. Somebody's the one that mentioned to do name the song or the band by using just lyrics. I can't remember
love
who
that.
exactly. And then Bob came up with Name That Tune.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do that tomorrow night.
Okay.
I've got 1, 2. Let's see. I've got 16. 16 things to guess.
Awesome.
So if you guys come and join me tomorrow night, we'll play Name That Tune, 8 o'clock.
Here's a little snippet. Wait.
You want an example? I can give y'all one.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. What song is it?
Mickey.
Hey, Maggie.
Wow. How'd she get it
You
so
try not
fast?
to use. You try not
Oh.
to use.
It's a good thing I'm not coming on.
My God. Dear God.
I suck at this game. That's why I'm not coming on tomorrow.
I don't even know if Annie's working. I'm gonna have to find out. If not, y'all are stuck with me by myself.
Boy, can she sing, baby.
I ain't sing nothing. I'm gonna say the words. I ain't gonna sing nothing.
These songs are not going to be in tune. They're not going to.
No, there's not gonna be any tune at all.
It's going to be. That's not the world. And no.
There ain't gonna be no tune. It's just gonna be me reading words,
Oh.
and y'all have to think of the words and put the lyrics together to the song. I'm not gonna be singing nothing.
You should, though.
No, because everybody haul ass. I can't even sing in the shower, y'all.
I love the shower. The acoustics are amazing. I sound awesome in the shower.
I don't sound awesome anywhere.
That's
Thank
why I
you
don't sing
guys
on
so
here because
much.
I have to be naked and wet. So I don't sing on here. You lose.
It was interesting tonight, though. But when I find out the name of the documentaries, I will let you guys know in future podcasts.
Cool.
Might not be tomorrow night, but and Wednesday night we have a new game that we're playing Wednesday night, and me and Annie.
I know what it is.
It's so ridiculous. It's a ridiculous fucking game, and we're doing that Wednesday night after my tattoo. We will come on, and you guys will have to guess what the fuck we're doing. Me and Annie will be actually together in one place.
So this is
that's
how-
the only.
This is how tomorrow's gonna go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go again. Girls, what's my weakness? Man.
Cindy Lauper.
Okay. Then chilling, minding my business. Yo, Salt, I looked around and I couldn't believe this. I swear, I stared, my niece, my witness. The brother had it going on with something kind of. What song is it?
No idea.
Does anybody know? Here I go again.
No.
Girls, what's my weakness? Men. Okay, then chilling, minding my business.
Oh, hold on. It's a black lady singing.
Shoop.
Shoop-a-doo, shoop-a-doo, shoop-a-doo.
There you go.
Isn't she a black
We're
girl?
gonna have fun. Yeah.
It's a
It's
group.
Salt and
The
Pepper,
Spice
yeah.
Girls.
Salt and
Oh,
pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Or Spice
All right,
Girls
so
if
that's
they
going to
do
be an
cover.
example of tomorrow night.
Awesome.
And I have some good ones. And y'all can see I have a lot of lyrics written down. So I'm going to try to give you guys a lot of lyrics.
But you should
Like
you
there's one in here. I should what?
You should give them the lyrics though. Like you're reading from oh dear. Like
Like what's
You
his
could have
name
a
that
lot of
everybody's
fun.
voice knows?
felt it in my hips. So I dipped back to my bag of tricks. You know,
I'm going to try to sound like a robot
Good.
with no.
I can't wait to see this. Okay, this is gonna be cool.
So yeah, so I'll probably be by myself tomorrow night. I don't know if Annie's working, but I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out tonight. Tonight was actually interesting and fun, and I love this kind of history
This was
shit.
fun.
So maybe we'll try to do some more of these. But thank you guys so much
Yes,
for
you.
joining us tonight. And
You guys stay safe.
yep. Have a good day tomorrow, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night.